Hello, good evening. You're welcome to this edition of the Significant Live broadcast. Thank you for joining in. My name is Pastor Phil Modo.
Pastor Peace Modo.
Thank you. We've been running on a series that we've titled Choosing the Best President. It's our political enlightenment broadcast where we are equipping viewers with necessary information, necessary skills to choose the right candidates to fill up all our political offices as we approach the forthcoming elections in Nigeria. Over the past weeks, we've been looking at various aspects of this topic, and 2 weeks ago, we began to look at how to make an informed choice. Last week, we talked about two key issues. Number one, we said we shouldn't be biased. We shouldn't be too concerned about our race, our religion, our ethnicity. We must be open-minded, okay? Because putting people in office is not about who they are. We must be very, very liberal. We also talked about not being, induced, being careful about money and things. Okay, don't allow politicians induce you by, giving you gifts, like they usually do in Africa. Okay, and politicians we begged you last week that you should avoid inducing people with things and with money. Okay, so that they can be free in their mind to choose. They can be objective in their choice. So today we want to look at something else that can, reduce your objectivity when it comes to electing somebody and fixing somebody in, places of authority. So one of the things we want to look at today is how to focus on common good. Okay, what will benefit everybody instead of myself? What will benefit me? So I want to choose this person because if I come in, it will give me a good contract and so on.
If that is your mindset, then you're wrong.
Good.
Because before you make a right decision, you must be sure that whoever is coming in for the good of everyone. Mm-hmm. And so common good should be our goal, our target, all right? But if it's just that, okay, once it benefits only me, that is fine. No, that is not fine. Mm-hmm. And so if you have such mindset, you will definitely choose
the wrong person. Now, some people will just say, this man, once he comes in, I'll be getting contracts. Mm-hmm. Or once he comes in, he will favor me in this area or that, because it's my brother, it's my, while that has its own good, and I'm not saying it's totally bad to have such mindsets, okay? But if the person will favor you and hurt the larger, society, okay, or larger community, okay, then it's not the right person to choose. Mm-hmm. Because you smile to the bank, quite all right, but every other person is crying, every other person is willing, then you have not made the right choice. That's what we have in Nigeria today. Someone is looking at, as soon as I come in, this person comes in, I will start traveling with him everywhere. As soon as this person comes in, I'll get contract. As soon as this person comes in, I'll get appointments, and everything. So I don't care whether he has the capacity to do, good for, the common man out there or not. It's not my business. Okay? Please, I beg us, in 2023, let's look away to a large extent from personal benefits. Mm-hmm. From personal benefit, and look at common good. Mm-hmm. Look at how, the person who will benefit the larger picture, who will benefit everyone, not just myself. So if it's competent, and I know his government will, be a blessing to the whole world, blessing to the whole nation, then I choose that person, not because, the person will benefit me alone, okay? So will favor me alone. So to be objective, you need to focus not on your personal good, but on common good. It's very important. So another area to consider in choosing the right person, okay, when it comes to political appointments, is knowing what we actually want from the person. You don't employ someone just to sit in an office. You employ someone to do a job. Mm-hmm. So if we are bringing in someone to lead us as a country, we need to know the job the person is coming to do. before we can say, is he competent to do the job? Okay? It's like having the hole first before you look for the peg that will fill the hole. So that you don't have a round hole and then go and fish a square peg. You must know the hole first before you look for the kind of or type of peg that can fill, they can fit into the hole. Do you understand that? So we want to look at, okay, what is it that this person is coming to do? Now, I think there are about 6, important key areas that Nigeria is really lagging behind and suffering, in those areas. And we need someone who can really come in and fix this. Number one is our economy. Okay, our economy has gone, from, bad to worse. Has gone from bad to worse. We've never had this bad. The rate at which the naira is crashing, to the dollar is astronomical. Today, I think it's about 700 and something naira to a dollar. Some people even say it's about 800 now. 790.
The last time I checked.
790 to a dollar is really bad. Okay, and we need someone that can come and fix the economy. Per capita income must go up, gross domestic product must go up. All these things must shift. Okay, because we can't continue like this actually. So it must be someone that has some understanding of economics. Okay, and can garner the best resources when it comes to human resources. I mean, that can help us fix our economy. I'm not an economist. I don't know everything about economy, about the economy, but there are some people that are specialists in this area. One of the things I love about the Obasanjo administration and also Jonathan administration was that they went for the best heads.
Experts.
Best heads, in Nigeria, people that knew what they were doing, okay? And people like Ngozi Okonjo, while I came on board, the best hands, to manage our economy. So it was not a surprise then that at a point, Nigeria was actually having the best economy in Africa, okay? I think that was during Jonathan's era. Okay, so we need someone that can come in and fish the best hands all over the world to help us fix our economy. Our economy is in comatose. Our economy is in dire need of resuscitation, and we can't joke about that. So anybody that is coming in, please find out if the person has what it takes to fix our economy. Security is another area where we need a serious intervention.
We really need a serious intervention in that area. Because as it is now, for every Nigerian, we don't sleep with our 2 eyes closed anymore. We sleep with one eye closed and then the other one is open. Yes, unfortunately, but that's the situation we find ourselves now. Your children are off to school and your mind, thank God for God. All right, but what about the common man on the streets? Your children are going to school and your mind is skipping because you're not sure of anything.
That's it.
They could be kidnapped on the road. And it's no longer the rich getting kidnapped now. Both the rich and the poor. All the kidnapper wants is to satisfy their pockets. And so anybody they see, they kidnap. It is so sad. It's a very sad situation in Nigeria. And people keep dying and dying and dying as if they are chicken. And so whoever is coming in, whoever we have to elect,
someone that can fix security,
must see security as a top priority. All right, because people are even scared coming into the country because those that are here as well, they are not at peace.
Yeah.
So why should someone come into the country?
Securing life and property is a top job for anyone that is coming in. So if someone is telling you, I want to become president, and cannot give us a blueprint of how he will fix or she will fix security issue in Nigeria, I think we shouldn't go that direction. We shouldn't choose that person at all. So it's not, we shouldn't choose that person at all. And the area is, education. Education is the key. Education is, in fact, all the things we've said before now, if we focus on education, we can deal with those issues. Okay, many of those people that carry arms, many of those people that, unleash mayhem, they are doing that because they are not properly educated. Okay, if they are well educated, they will understand, and read in between the lines when someone is telling them, go and kill somebody, because if you kill somebody, you go to heaven, you know, they can read in between the lines and say, no, this cannot be true, because they are educated, they are enlightened, their mind is exposed. Do you understand? So you can't deceive them. You tell the person, go and unleash mayhem as a political talk. The person is educated. He said, no, I can't do this, because he knows that, oh, you are actually misleading him or her. Okay, so education is actually at the bottom of most of these problems we have in our economy, insecurity, and so on. You know, education leads to empowerment. Empowerment leads to wealth creation. Okay, wealth creation leads to independence. And when you are independent and you are satisfied, there is a lesser chance that you'll be involved in crime or involved in, you know, unleashing mayhem or trying to kill other people, take other people's life, because you value your life, because you are enjoying your life. Okay, and you value other people's life also. So we need to fix education. The kind of education we have in Nigeria now is not world class. It is not, you know, education, you know, that is concerned about best practices. Okay, our curriculum is backward. We need someone that can come in and make sure that the value of our certification in Nigeria, the value of our degree in Nigeria, okay, is the same with the value of a degree you get from the US, a degree you get from Finland, or a degree you get from UK or Canada. That is so important to us. Okay, so anyone that is coming in must either have an idea of how to fix this, or be able to pool, you know, the best heads all over the world, you know, who can help fix our education from ground and from, you know, to the top, from top to the bottom and from bottom to top. Our education, you know, our sector needs to be fixed, and we need someone who can do that job. Healthcare is another area. Power is another area. Building infrastructure is another area. You know, one of the ways you know a modern city is about infrastructure. Infrastructure. You know, the bridges, the roads, and everything. I think we are far behind. You know, rail system is not, you know, sufficient. How many, you know, states are connected by rail? Even the ones that have been connected now, you see bandits, you know, terrorizing every time. You know, we need someone that can actually fix infrastructure in Nigeria.
Because for you to say a city or a country is developed, you must look at the infrastructure.
Yes.
So if they are not in place, then you can't say that country is developed. So as it is right now, we are underdeveloped in this country.
Seriously, everybody knows that.
Okay. So for us to meet up to the world standard, we need somebody that can come in and look at this. Is very important. Infrastructure, is it hospitals? Oh, sorry, it's in a mess in Nigeria. So we just need the right candidate.
Who can fix all these things? Who can fix all these things? You know, and at least make an attempt, okay? And we can see that they are making attempts. You know, we don't really want a Messiah who knows all these things, because one person cannot be a master in all these things. It becomes a jack of all trade and master of none. But someone that can, someone that can borrow brilliance. That's the issue. That can borrow brilliance. That can look at, okay, how do I get a Nigerian from Canada, a Nigerian from Oshun, a Nigerian from the US, who is good in this area, okay, in technology, in finance, in management, in, you know, education, in building infrastructure, and just bring them back home. Okay, bring them back home. And those of us already in Nigeria, make use of those already in Nigeria, and let's build this country and make her the envy of the world. Because Nigeria is so blessed, my dear wife. Nigeria is so blessed. But leadership has always been the issue. And this time around, we need to look for leaders who can fix this country.
If we miss it this time around, do you know how long we're going to suffer this? And not just us.
And for 8 years.
It's maybe, you know, because normally they want to run a second term. And let me tell you, for those of you watching, don't think you want to put everything on God. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Whatever we decide, whatever decision we make, we suffer the consequence. And so let's be deliberate about this decision this time around.
Look out for somebody who is showing you his plans for these key areas of our national life. That's why you politicians should not just go on your campaigns, insulting other politicians, just dancing away the time. Tell us how you will do these things for us. If anyone is not satisfying you as to their explanation of how they will fix the key areas of our national need, that person does not deserve to be elected. So I encourage you, listen very well. Read in between the lines. If they satisfy you and you can see that they have concrete plans to fix our areas of need, that is the kind of person to vote for. Till we meet again next week, Wednesday, for another edition of the Signal Live broadcast. Stay blessed, and remember, Jesus is coming soon. Bye for now.